My Fault, also known as Culpa Mia, is a teen romance centering on Noah, a plucky 17-year-old who has to leave her town behind and move in with her mother's boyfriend, Will. He has his own company, a big villa and a hunky son called Nick, whom Noah hates until she doesn't, as it's immediately clear that there's some serious sexual tension between the pair. Why does Nick kiss Noah? When Nick learns that Noah's boyfriend back home has cheated on her, with Noah's best friend no less, Noah wants to make them jealous. Nick decides to be the one who wants to kiss her, snapping pictures and pushing off anyone else who gets close to her. Rafaela brings Dan in, unaware of the cheating, and it complicates everything. He could tell their parents that the two step-siblings have the hots for one another, and it brings up a lot of tension. But fret not, dear readers, Dan keeps his mouth shut. Who's sending the threatening messages? Throughout the movie, Noah continues to receive messages telling her she'll pay for what she's done. At first, it seems like it may be Ronnie. After being beaten by Noah in a car race earlier in the film and humiliated in front of his buddies, gives Nick a message to send to Noah. And that comes from beating him up. At this point, it's worth diving back and looking into Noah's past, which is full of unresolved trauma regarding her father. She has a knot tattoo on her neck as a reminder to keep herself strong and not let herself be hurt again. As we soon learn, Noah's father was a rally driver but also abusive. Through various flashbacks, we see her hiding in a closet while Rafaela has to deal with the brunt of his violence. However, all of this changed when he tried to kill her with a knife. He'd only touched Rafaela before, but when he turned on her, he was arrested. The thing is, he was actually released 2 weeks back. Noah's testimony was key to getting her dad incarcerated, so now it becomes clear that he's the one who sent the messages. When Anna, Nick's lover, locks her in the closet, it brings back memories of her father finding her. Nick bursts in and manages to save her, and they head out together. Do Nick and Noah get together? When Nick and Noah head back to bed and spend the night together, the former tells his stepsister that he should go back to his room before they're spotted together. The thing is, it's too late. Will walks in on the pair in bed together, and Noah believes that, despite this being a sin, that they should make the most of it if this is the end, especially as Will is dismayed and upset at his son. As a result of this, the pair head down to the beach and end up having sex right there on the sand. After the deed, as they sit and watch the sunrise together, the pair contemplate whether they should just run away. Before that, Noah wants to get it on again, but they've run out of condoms. Nick heads to the store and buys some, but in his absence, Ronnie sneaks into the car and takes Noah. After drugging her, he takes off in Nick's old car. What happens during the car chase? Nick and the family get the police involved and know that Ronnie is the one working alongside Noah's father. Ronnie takes her to their secret hideout, where Noah's father happens to be. The pair are working together, given they actually shared a cell together in prison. Noah's father is the ringleader in all this, and he phones through to Rafaela, just as the police find all the threatening notes in Noah's room. Noah's father sorts out a ransom, and a meat spot by a roundabout down by the dock. He's a lone wolf though, and it doesn't take long for him to turn on Ronnie and smack him down, tying him up and leaving him in the garage. Nick susses out that they can track the car down to the base through the insurance details, given those are still in Nick's name. It turns out the car is in Lopez's garage, and they chase after Noah, who happens to be driving with his father holding her up at gunpoint. A big chase ensues, but when Noah's dad tries to kill Rafaela as they pass by, Will manages to save the day and blocks the bullet with the bag of ransom money. Nick chases after Noah and her father in a car of his own, and they race down the dock. They're at the end of the line, and with both cars facing one another, they pull off a crazy car stunt, including moving the steering wheel and slamming on the handbrake, which was foreshadowed earlier in the movie. As a result, Noah's father is shot dead by the detective, and it seems this nightmare is finally over. How does Culpa Mia end? The police find Ronnie tied up in the garage and, presumably, arrest him, while the family are back to normal-ish. Noah and Nick continue to spend time together, and while they lie in bed together, Nick promises not to let anyone hurt her ever again. In fact, Nick tells her that he loves her. Noah hopes that they stay together for a long time, but as the camera pans out, a worried Rafaela and Will stand together and decide they need to do something to put an end to this romance.